Hello, I'm Dr. E.J. Johnson, and welcome to Storytelling Adding Magic to Your Presentation. A little bit about who I am, how I came to teach this course. Just to share with you, first of all, I am one of the executive training directors for the Speakers Pathway Coalition. I'm excited to be a part of this community and group, and I can't wait. I just simply can't wait to get to know each and every one of you. I want to be able to call each and every one of you a friend. And this coalition is so special. I don't have to preach to you about how amazing it is to be a part of this coalition. You already know you're a part of it. But to share with you a little bit about my background, I'm a filmmaker. I'm a writer-director, and I basically started telling stories through still images. I started out as a photographer for babies. I would take pictures of babies while I was in college. And it was one of the most amazing experiences just to be with these new human beings and help them tell a story, even though they couldn't articulate words or form sentences or use any sort of language skills. But to be able to take a camera and intimately help that young, impressionable baby tell a story. Whether it was a story of happiness or sincerity, it didn't matter. Whether it was jovial and fun, most of the time it was. But to be able to structure stories around a person, a human being that couldn't necessarily articulate that for themselves was genuinely an amazing experience. From photography, still photography, I went from telling stories with babies to weddings and events, which I'm sure you can all imagine. Wedding and event photography is very fast-paced, very high stakes, especially weddings. You have one shot at it. There is no redo, retake, reshoot, any of that. There's one shot to capture the essence of two people who are engaged and in love and are setting out on a journey to spend the rest of their lives together. And I would go into a wedding photography shoot thinking, oh my goodness, I got one shot at this. I don't get another chance. And I really want to capture images that articulate the story of a beautiful beginning, so that my clients and customers could go back and look at these pictures 20, 30 years later and be right in the moment, right? That was always my intention with wedding photography. I moved from wedding photography to fashion. A friend of mine said, hey, you tell really great stories with your images. Why don't you start shooting fashion photography? It's also high paced, but you get a cushion, you get a safety net, you get to retake and reshoot, and you get to play around and experiment. And that piqued my curiosity on how I can stretch the boundaries of telling stories with still images. And eventually I moved into shooting music videos, then national commercials, then documentaries, and even narrative film. And so today I write screenplays, I shoot films, and I absolutely love it because I get to take pictures and images. I get to take words and translate those into moving pictures that can often move an audience, either fear-based if it's a horror film, emotional if it's a love story, or thought-provoking if it's a documentary or political action or psychological thriller. So all of that is in my arsenal, and I bring that to you. And not only that, I'm also a public speaker, right? I'm a consultant, speaker, motivational speaker, coach. I am also owner of multi-million-dollar companies, from real estate development to software development, from a digital marketing agency to business consulting and coaching. So I come with a large variety of skills, and I really come with my heart, opening them up to you to share with you in any way that would help you get to the next level. So that's a little bit about me. I hope you have an insight into who I am. All of those skills and abilities absolutely mean nothing, right? I'm coming to you really with an open heart to share with you about my experiences, how you can utilize some of the pitfalls that I experienced and hopefully avoid those, and then utilize storytelling and these archetypal stories to further integrate into your presentation so that your audiences walk away electrified, energized, fully embraced, and excited about what you have to share with them. Excited enough to take action if that's what you'd like them to do, to integrate what you're teaching into their life and utilize what you're presenting to them to have a better life themselves. So hopefully that's what you get out of this. I'm a stand for that. I hope you are too. I just want to give you a couple of notes on how to take this course. Take this course from the perspective that you're going to use every single thing that I present to you here. And maybe, you'll like some things and maybe you won't. But try everything on at least once. Add it to your presentation, test it, see if it feels right, utilize each of the 7 archetypes into your presentations and see which one sticks. We all navigate towards, a few that really resonate with who we are and what we're doing. And certain audiences will call for different archetypes, but I just invite you to try each of the 7 on, create stories out of your life that are real, that speak to each one of the archetypes. Develop those stories and then try them out. The best thing you can do is experiment and be open to the results. So without further ado, let's get started.